Good day, Prof. Mel and fellow learnings. I will be presenting the results as evidence of effectiveness as one of the requirements for Communication 380. At the end of this presentation, we are expected to understand the factors that should be considered to ensure the evidence of effectiveness of monitoring and evaluation or M&E report, and for us to be able to present results of M&E as implemented to the different intended stakeholders. In M&E, the reporting and review is critical. Based on the high quality data from the research on quantitative as well as qualitative results, these are being reviewed and reported so that appropriate adjustments will be done to improve the performance, thus ensuring effectiveness. These are some of the questions that we need to ask in an M&E reports. What findings are most important to the program? How data can be used to improve the program? How often does the data or report need to be reviewed for optimal performance and by whom? In addition, we could also ask, how will the data be analyzed? And who else might want to know this report? And also, what is the best way to share the results to the different interested stakeholders? M&E reports allows us to make decisions about the programs and policies. It also aids in prioritization of activities, identifies support and training needs, and also allows us to report back to donors. M&E results foster a culture of transparency as well as accountability. These are the 6 factors that are important in ensuring effectiveness. Audience or the intended stakeholder. What are the specific message for those intended stakeholder? What is the type of report or the medium of report? When is the report to be presented? Are there any feedback along the process? And what are the decisions to be made if either to continue or stop a particular advocacy or program based on the monitoring and evaluation? Let's discuss the first factor, the intended audience. We have to identify if it's internal, external, or both, or a specific department or group in a particular program. We have to note that each stakeholder has different interest or requirement for different data or report. For instance, ground level staff need information on how they are performing based on the respective targets and goals. On the other hand, project managers or donors are keen to see the complete and prompt outputs or results. The second factor is about the right and key message. The data or information should be crafted based on the targeted stakeholder. For instance, in an advocacy, partners in alliances are important. The message and content of the report should be catered towards the strategic considerations of each partner to maintain and even strengthen the partnership. The third factor is the type of report or the medium of report. Reports can be in a form of a formal written report, a newsletter, infographics, videos, or any other formats that is effective to the specific stakeholder. These can be presented through meetings, dialogues, website, press release, or social media such as Facebook and Twitter. We can also publish case studies and success stories. Moreover, it can be presented in a roundtable session or workshop or even presentation at large conferences. The fourth factor to consider is the timing or the schedule of report. The dates of reporting should be identified. It is very critical to understand the timelines, especially when certain evaluation or report is linked to a particular decision. The fifth factor is feedback. This allows to evaluate and understand the situation and learn from the execution of the program. The feedback process works from ground personnel to the higher management or donors and vice versa. This is in a form of a feedback cycle, which may include small feedback loops along the reporting journey. And the last factor to consider is the decision to continue or stop. We can actually ask ourselves, were the objectives achieved? Why or why not? What needs to be changed in a strategy or even in the process or in the execution? Are there more work to do? If yes, what changes need to be made to the strategy or the process? If none, then a specific objective or advocacy can be ended. For this purpose, the discussion guide that I would like us to share is to add more information on how to write or present the results of the monitoring and evaluation to the different stakeholders. And these are the references used for this presentation. Thank you so much and have a fruitful and enjoyable day.